I mean, I do think at a certain point you have made enough money, meaning we actually are always able to make at least some money and some success in our lives. We're not always going to be successful, rich, wealthy in our lives, but at least we can have some money. We can at least gather, accumulate some money, success in our lives through working very hard with discipline, character, consistency, persistence, perseverance, and many other virtues, and their applications in our work, ambition, and the fulfillment of our goals, and so on and so forth. But not all of us is always already successful, rich, wealthy, because we don't always have inheritance. We are not in possession of riches, wealth, status, power, influence already, because not everyone is that gifted, not everyone is always that lucky. But again, we always reach a certain point in our lives, in our career, success, knowledge, whereby we are going to be able to make some money in our lives that is going to at least fulfill our modest, decent needs. But we also have to be able to control our needs and limit our desires, because the more we need, the more we desire, the more crisis we are going to be in, the more trouble, suffering, pain we are going to invent because of our lack of control over our desires, because of our overwhelming, overpowering desires, needs, demands all the time for material objects and outside pleasure, societal validation, public recognition, etc. But all these external things are always going to be temporary, transient, and can only be used for temporary pleasure and happiness only, never for permanent, meaningful happiness at all. Because if we really want to be in possession of organic growth, original prosperity, learning, development, and authentic happiness, prosperity, then we had to invest by ourselves upon ourselves. So we had to focus, concentrate, emphasize, and fixate ourselves on the development of moral qualities, virtues, of integrity, morality, character, understanding, compassion, sovereignty, morality, maturity, and many others that is going to constitute our happiness upon their development and successful execution into our actions, behaviors, relationships with others. So that's how happiness becomes possible. And happiness always consists in our qualities, it always composes and combines our actions, behaviors, and if they are good, virtuous, then we are going to be happy. Otherwise, not. We're going to be miserable if we're bad. So that's how happiness becomes possible or impossible based upon our actions.